I would say get involved with the sports and athletics department at your university as sort of the first port of call. If you're not a student athlete, there's still opportunities to become connected to sport. They're likely to be looking for, or maybe they don't even know that they're looking for, you could volunteer for opportunities to be a part of the team in a role that's not on the field of play or on the court, somewhere in the athletic department or with the team, whether that's doing marketing, posting social content or editing social content that needs to be posted, being an attendant at the game, working in the analytics area, again, for the team or for the athletics department. So I would say figure out a role for yourself and volunteer or try to find an opportunity that exists to be hired in a capacity that connects you to sport at your university, whether that is a sport that you're passionate or interested in, like basketball for me, or in another sport that just has a need. I mean, it could be baseball, and you may not have any interest in baseball, but they've got a role. They need somebody to help them with social content production, and you may have that skill set and are able to fill that role. So that's number one. Number two, I would say to join sort of the clubs and organizations that are centered around sports and or sports management. I know that there's a national organization called the National American Society for Sports Management. It's a national organization, as I mentioned, but they actually have roles for students at universities that don't very often get filled. So you see the openings on their website, and oftentimes that student role is vacant. And that may be because students aren't aware or because there's a lack of interest. But if you're interested in sports management and sports leadership, I would strongly suggest you explore the opportunity with the National American Society for Sports Management and see if there's an opportunity for you to participate in that organization. And then third, I would say if there are conferences that you can attend to meet other individuals who are in sports and sports management, that's also a really good way to introduce yourself, to express your interest in sport, to show your motivation and the initiative that you're taking. Sometimes your university, through some of these sports clubs, will actually pay for your entry fee to the conferences. So that's kind of another way to get connected to opportunities and to learn more about sports and the sports industry. And then finally, I would say apply to internships. I would even apply to internships when there isn't sort of a stated internship program that you're applying to. Sometimes there's a formal internship program at the NBA, for example. There isn't a formal internship program at the NHL, as another example. But that doesn't mean that they're not hiring interns. Oftentimes, those opportunities are discovered by individuals that have a network within the NHL, and they get hired, they get access to those opportunities. So I would say if there's an organization, a sports organization, that you have an interest in joining and being a part of, apply for a role there. And if you're a student, that's usually going to be an internship, even if that organization doesn't have a stated internship program. And I wouldn't do it for free. I would make sure I get paid for it.